Where's my post? Okay. Sound off. Hello, Shanna. How are you? All right. Hello, Margie. How you doing? It's Sunday afternoon. Hello, Joyce. So we are doing, this is the final live class of our retreat weekend. It's been great, Margie. So good. We had 3 classes on Friday, 5 classes yesterday, 5 classes today. I'm the final live one. Lindsay uploaded her bonus one, so it's already in the group. But this is the last live one. I'm doing well, Shanna. Thank you. So I decided to do, so everybody got their bundles for the retreat. You got 3 new stamp sets, a set of layering stencils, a bunch of paper products, ephemera from Echo Park. And I thought we'd do a journal hangout. And I've invited everybody from the retreat to join us here in the journal group, because this is where we usually have our hangouts. Hello, Shauna. And so I wanted to talk about journaling, because this is something that, we've been doing in this group now for a couple of years, and I love journaling. It's one of my favorite things to do. I try to do it every day. And a lot of people, when they think journaling, they think Dear Diary, and which is great, in which I still do, not with the words Dear Diary, but I still do a daily journal. There's lots of different ways to journal, and lots of different things to journal about, and ways to do it. And hang on. Somebody can't find it, so I just want to make sure that she gets in here. I'm gonna tag her. Wendy. There, I'm gonna tag her right there. And I'm gonna refresh this page because it's hanging and I don't know why. Okay. Hello, Mary Pat. So as I was saying, journaling, tons of different ways to do it, lots of different options for, hey, girlfriend, so glad you could make it. So I'm going to show you a few different ways. It's not just a daily journal that you write in kind of thing. You can do so many different ways to do it. And I'm going to show you these are some of the books we've done over the last couple of years. That's an extra piece of ephemera. These are lists. So you can do things like this. You can journal about yourself. You can, we get together every Tuesday night, and we have a different theme every Tuesday night. Hi, Jennifer. And so this particular week was the perks of staying at home. Wonderful. All the things we love about staying at home. We also do something called a scavenger hunt, where I will put up a graphic with some word prompts, and then over the next couple of months, you take pictures of things that make you think of some of those words, and then we scrapbook about it. Lots of different ways to do it, lots of different themes and lists. So this is like a listing kind of journal. This one here is a notebook scrapbook that I do this once a month, where I will do a page all about the month before, and I will add some photos and some little like a little bit of journaling about what some of the pictures mean or what they were about. So that this is my way of doing a little bit of scrapbooking when I can't majorly scrapbook, so I don't forget. How many of you have the worst, like honestly, I will sit down, if I don't sit down on the evening of the day or the next morning to journal about the day before, I sometimes will forget. What was it I did yesterday? What was it I did 2 days ago? Hello, Lynn. Hi, Margaret. So I like doing this because it's kind of a little, it encompasses everything that happened the month before and before I forget about it. And that's why I like taking pictures as well, because I can look back in my photo roll and go, oh yes, we did this, we did that. So this is one of the hangouts that we do. What else? We've got, what were we doing? See, here we go. Like my perfect day. So it's all about you. It's a little snapshot of you and how you feel about things. Like imagine if you were to find a notebook from your grandma and you saw not only her handwriting, which I think is way cool and very important to have in your notebooks, but also what her favorite movies were. Or this one we did, I thought was lots of fun, a to-do list for 2026. So not so much, what do you call them, resolutions, but kind of things that I would like to include in my life the next year. So this year, 2026. This is currently that we're going to be doing one of these types of things today, but there's lots of ways to journal. All you really need is a notebook. You need a notebook and a pen, maybe some stickers. You don't have to do stuff, so artistically if you don't want to. What did I 5 minutes ago? Exactly, Mary Pat. But yeah, that's exactly it. I forget things, so I like to just jot some things down, take some photos sometimes. But really, you really only need a notebook. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can be a small one. It can be a big one. But just take 5 minutes and jot some things down. And I promise you, if you start doing it, you will look back in a couple months and go, wow, oh yes, I forgot that happened, or that we did that, or you know what I mean? So this one was one of the last ones we did. We used our brand new all booked stamp set. We did a book layout design sort of with books and glasses and our alphabet stamps and books that are on our TBR or our to be read section. I have my grandma's journals. That is amazing. Absolutely precious to you. Yes. Love reading her handwriting. Isn't that amazing, Shauna? And see, I want that for, future generations, because I could be writing about them. You know what I mean? Hello, everyone. Looking forward to this. Hello, Cheryl. Last week we did childhood TV shows. So that was a really fun night. It's a very casual hangout. You don't even have to journal. Just come and hang out with us. And we have lots of fun. And we made lists of some of the TV shows that we remember from when we were kids. Tuesday night, the 17th, I think our list, correct me if I'm wrong, I think our list is going to be favorite board games and card games. So, we just jot down a few things before we hang out live, and then I kind of do like a little design. You hang out with me while I craft, and then if you're inspired, you can do the same. So we do stuff like that. And then where's my new book? Okay, so here is... I did post photos of this. I really had not thought about leaving journals for my kids. Yes, exactly, Shauna. So it can be any kind of journal. You can grab it at the dollar store. Let's face it, I'm pretty sure we all have a lot of notebooks that, are you like me? Like you'll get a notebook and then you don't want to write in it because you don't want to mess it up. I like journals if I'm doing this kind of thing, and if I'm doing a bit of decoration, I like journals that are blank, but you can use ones that have lines in them as well. You don't need to do all this. You can just write. You can just use your own handwriting. I know you guys all have stamps. You can use stamps in them. You can ink and stuff. But I like to do a little bit of decoration as well when I have the time. Picked up 2 at Dollarama a couple weeks ago. There you go. That's all you need. And so I posted pictures of these. These are the ones we've done so far this year. In this group, we meet, it's usually the middle Sunday of the month, but in this group, if you check the featured tab, there is a schedule up until the end of March of all of our get-togethers, our hangouts. So you don't have to miss out. You can join us and have fun and see if it's a thing you want to do. I'm a list maker, so I've always loved the stationery aisle. Yes. And have tons of notebooks. Me too. I think I have a drawer behind me in the craft room here that I'm almost positive is half full of notebooks. Notebooks that people have given me that I just love and I don't want to write in them. But yeah, list making and junk journaling is a huge thing right now. With, just grabbing things from, your day or your daily life. I saw a girl do a whole layout of this new tea that she loved. That she bought this box of tea and it had all like 4 different kinds in it. And she cut up some of the wrappers and some of the box and she decorated and wrote about it in her junk journal. It's whatever you want to do. So for your homework, I gave you, I explained what glimmers are. If anybody doesn't know what glimmers are, let me know and I'll go over it. And then currently. So we're going to do a glimmers page and a currently page. I have my letters from my mom that are so priceless now that she has her wings. Yes. She had the most beautiful handwriting. Isn't that awesome? That's so cool. We actually, when Al's dad passed away a few years ago, of course, we went through the whole house and we found he was always clipped things out of the newspaper. He was always writing things down. There were always pieces of paper around the house with things that he jotted down. And we found he had journals from the time, I believe he was 16. And he used to write a few lines in a journal every day. And it's really cool because he a lot of his life was spent here in St. Thomas. And so when he was talking about these places where he walked to or he went to or the school or whatever, we know exactly where it is. So it's really cool. Okay, so did anybody have a chance to do their lists? Did you have a chance to write any of this down? So glimmers are little moments during your day, tiny little things that kind of made your day, that really made you smile, or things that are just positive or things you're grateful for that happened. So I asked everybody, hello Alexis. So I asked everybody to kind of make a list of some things this week that brought them a little bit of joy, a little bit of happiness. And then for currently, I posted a photo or a graphic of our new Currently stamp set. And you can use all of these as kind of your jumping off points, your prompts for your Currently page. So this is one of my favorite things. I'm so glad that we made this stamp set because it gives you, it's just a quick little snippet or snapshot of your life or your family's life or things that are going on around you at this point in time. And so it's very important to always date when you're doing this. So this will be our March hangout. These are our March pages, really precious memories. Yes, I know, really cool. You have your glimmers and a few currently things written down. Perfect. So you don't have to use all these. You can come up with your own as well. But I'm going to be using some of these. I wrote down 2 lists for my glimmers and my currently, and I'm probably going to run out of room. However, what I wanted to do was just a simple layout like this. Again, you don't have to do, all the decoration, but I mean, it's kind of for me an excuse to use stuff that I have. And, I love playing with paper and ephemera and inks and stamps and stencils. So it's fun anyway. And it gives me our meetings in the journal group have pretty much been almost the only crafting I've been doing for the last couple of years because I've just been so busy. So I love when we get together and do these things. So I'm also going to use probably the Crafty Alphabet stamp set and one of either our calendar essentials or our weekly essentials stamp set. These have our numbers in them. But you can use the alphabet stamp set, you can use our crafty alphabet stencil, which is what I did here, but you don't have to. You can just write with your own hand. Also, I did stamp out a couple. If you haven't done this, or you like, I have a habit when I get new stamp sets of stamping up a whole bunch of images so that I have them ready to go. So if you happen to stamp any of your chicks up, I thought we might include 1 or 2 of them on our pages. So I did stamp out this one here, and the girl with the little chickie with the umbrella, and a couple of clouds. So if you want, you can stamp those out if you don't already have them stamped out. I think I'll color those a little bit later. Hello, Ellie. Now, I did post a photo. What I also wanted to do, see, normally I use either 6x8 paper or 12x12 cut down. I didn't give you measurements because I lost my ruler. Because it depends on the size of your album. So my album, or my notebook, is about 5 3/4 by 8 1/4. So I like to keep a little bit of white around each page. So I cut my papers, generally speaking, when I am cutting bigger sizes down, to 5 1/4 by 7 3/4, I believe. About, yeah. So what I wanted to do, also show you guys, because normally I use the bigger paper, is taking the, hang on, I gotta find my, where's my photo? So I can see what I'm doing. So I wanted to show you how you can take 6x6 papers and make a background like this. So I did post a photo with these papers, and I've got measurements on them. So you can cut these down when you're ready. And because 6x6 is not tall enough, it's wide enough, but it's not tall enough. So this is the design I came up with. The 3 papers that you're going to use, if you want to do this with me, are these 3. So it's the smaller floral, or it's one of the florals with the blue on the back. It's the rain boots with the yellow on the back. And then it's the little pink background with the white daisies with the cut aparts on the back, but we're going to use this side. So this is the way I cut them up. So 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 out of this one, 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 out of the rain boots, and then 5 1/4 by 3/4 of an inch of the same one, but it's the back, it's the yellow. And then also the, here we go, the 5 1/4 by 3 and 5 1/4 by 3 of this one here. Okay? Does that make sense to everyone? Am I talking too fast? I have my glimmers. Okay. Hello. I'm sorry, I didn't hear where the pattern paper come from. So, Lori, these are pattern papers from the retreat kit, the spring showers. That's this weekend was our event. And so I'm the last class, so I invited everybody to come over here so that we could do our glimmers and currently together. So this is the, it's called In Full Bloom by Echo Park, and it's a 6x6 paper pad. Got it? So if you want, I did put a photo of these ones in the album in the private group, the retreat group. If not, you could take a snapshot of this layout if you want. Just going through my pre-cut. Here. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can, if you want, you can take a quick screenshot of the measurements. Okay? So that's a way that you can use, because I know I have a ton of 6x6 paper pads. So that's a way you can use them and mix, you can mix and match the arrangements if you wanted to flip any of these, or flip the other sides. You could totally do that as well, whatever you like. But that is the layout that I'm going with. Okay, so I'm going to take those off, and I am going to start putting them in my book. Okay, and then I had a fun idea of something we could do with the the stencil. Okay, so I have liquid glue, and I also have double-sided tape. Sometimes I'll just use the liquid glue when it's paper on paper, but when it gets more layers, I'll usually add tape as well. Let's see. I might use a little bit of tape anyway. Yeah, because I want it to last. So we're going to put our paper layers right into our notebook. Again, like, you're invited to join us with decorating these pages, but you don't have to. You can just, if you've got some stamps you want to stamp directly in your on your notebook, or you want to, if you're a doodler, oh, I'm so jealous of people that can doodle, like doodle images and things. You just need some pens and a notebook, really. How have you been enjoying the classes? Oh, I'm going to zoom back out a bit, I think. Where are you? There we go. Have you been able to play along? Have you been able to create with any of the classes? Or are you planning on joining later? Okay, this is 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and I want to make sure that I leave a border around the edge. Okay, and then this one, it's 5 1/4 by 3, so it overlaps a little bit. You can make them exact if you want, but I kind of want, oh, I forgot to put glue, duh. I've made them overlap a little bit. That's great, Jennifer. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I've been in my craft room trying to purge and tidy all morning. It's a disaster. Yeah. I feel ya. You've been watching and catching up today. I'm so glad that you've been able to, Tamara. I know that you were, you ended up, like, you were supposed to have the whole weekend, and then you ended up having to do something for one of the kids, I think. Okay, I am going to add a little bit of glue. There we go. And then currently I can only do one thing at a time. I have a few extras I create. What? Do you want to create an extra album? Oh, I have extra samples? Sure, I can do that. And so this blue piece is 5 1/4 by 3/4. And I'm going to do tape and glue because it's on top of 2 layers. I'm going to put it on top of those. Or maybe I'll just put it on top of one. Yeah, we have so much fun in this group. Sometimes our hangouts go kind of off the rails a little bit. Kids and travel to get your car right. Yeah, that drama's not over yet. Okay. Okay, now. There. I like that there. Okay, so that's one side done. Now, I think I wanted this one to overlap this one. Yeah, so I'll put this one on first. So this is the rainbow. It's 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. I love the colors in these papers. I had to make another cup of coffee before I came down because I'm so tired. So don't be surprised if I mess up. It's been a very long week and weekend, actually month, if I'm being honest. Definitely not a glimmer moment. Yes. But I do still have my life. Well, that's good. That's a glimmer. Okay, a little bit of glue. Okay, and oh, don't want to put my boots upside down, so I'll make sure that's close to the same height. Okay, then 4 1/4 by 3. It is Sunday night, and Al's already put chicken in the crock pot. I love it when he cooks when I'm busy. So what exactly was wrong with the car, Tamara? Oh, you forgot, Carol? I put a couple links. Okay. There we go. And then this yellow strip is the other side of the boots, so it's 5 1/4 by 3/4. You have to put a ham in the oven. Oh my goodness. I'm glad I could remind you. This morning he made an omelet and pea meal bacon and toast. No idea. I drove it off the lot, and as I was going down the street, it just stopped. No way. Like pressing the gas did nothing. Oh my goodness. Oop. Okay. we go. They're not exactly even, but actually they were supposed to be more uneven. Oh, I just realized I did it backwards. I wanted the boots down here. Well, well, well. Oh, well. I'm okay with that. So I had originally had the boots here and the blue up here. No, yes. Oh, well. That's okay. That's okay. You do it however you like. Okay, so I've left the corners straight here. Sometimes I round the corners, or I round, oh no, I didn't do it there either. Sometimes I round the corners. Depends what you feel like. Then I could put along for a bit and it would do it again. The video's fine here, Jennifer. On my phone and on my computer. Maybe just go out back and refresh. Try it again. So there's a couple of ways that you can do your, where you're going to write your lists. And that's if you're doing it like this. If you're just doing it directly in your notebook, you just go to town. But oftentimes I will use these. These are Project Life journaling cards, and they're 4x6, and they are either landscape or portrait. So I have a lot of them, so oftentimes I use those. Sometimes I'll use the patterned paper if it has a really like a really soft pattern, or one that my writing will show up on. Or you can just use plain white paper, like plain white cardstock, and you can make your own background, or you can draw your lines on it, whatever you want. All good now? Okay, great, Jennifer. So there's some different things you could do. So one of the things I was doing while you guys were doing one of the other classes was playing around with the new stencil. So this is the new It's Raining stencil, layering stencil. And I think Carol had an issue with one of her layers. So if you have an issue with either one of your layers, please message me. But mine was fine. So I played with a couple of different colors. So I posted in the group way back the ink colors that I thought would go with the paper collection and the ephemera that we had for the retreat. And I pulled them all out and I tried some different combinations. So this is the Precious Pink with the Luscious Lemon. So I kind of like that. And then this one, I did a combination of the Luscious Lemon, mostly melon, blue bay, original olive, and then I used some Sandy Shores. And then this one, I love the colors, the way this one turned out with the blue bay and the Lucky Limeade. So I thought it would be fun. I will show you how to use the stencil. But then what I want to do, I thought it would be really fun to cut some of these. Like, of course, you can use these to make your own pattern paper, to make your own backgrounds. But I thought it would be fun to cut some of these out and use them as ephemera. So I'm going to play with one of the stencils and make a background so you guys can see how to use it if you want me to. Does anybody want to see how the stencil works? Or have you already seen it in the classes? Let me know what you would like. Seriously, there was an airlock in the gas tank. Wow. That sucks. So, let's see it. Okay, perfect. All right. So let me put these aside. These are the ones I've done. And I'm just going to pull out my craft mat. I screwed up in class. Okay, but you're loving it. Perfect. I want to remind everybody that the stencils are very easy to clean, and all you need is isopropyl alcohol, and they wipe right off like brand new. So here are the 2 layers. So here we go. So you want to always look at, when there's a set of layering stencils, you want to look at, I'm going to hold this up and hope that you can see it, but I have to wait for the delay. Can you see the etched Kraftin Kimmie Stamps at the bottom there? So if there's 2 layers, they'll always be in the same spot. So that's how you know the direction that they're supposed to go, so that you don't get them flipped over or, you know, turned the wrong way around. You always know that they go like this. Okay. So I'll just grab a piece of cardstock. Now, when I'm playing with this, you can use your magnets. I do like to just put a little bit of painter's tape on the back of my paper, just to keep it still, like that. And then I'm going to take whatever layer, it doesn't really matter, and put it on here. And then I'll use my magnets to hold it down. Okay, now I want to use the blue, was it the blue bag? Should I try a different combination? Maybe I'll try a different combination. So Blue Bay and the yellow, maybe? Yeah. So I've already done the Luscious Lemon and the Precious Pink. And this is the Blue Bay with the Lucky Limeade. So maybe I'll try the Blue Bay and the Luscious Lemon, I think. Maybe? Sure. Okay. So where are my little doodads? So here are my little handles. I've got Blue Bay and I've tried lots of different ones today. And the Luscious Lemon. So let's do Luscious Lemon. If you wanted, you could absolutely cut these to the size you needed, which are 4x6 for the pages that I showed you. You could make this your writing layer, and you could do it very light-handed, and you could just barely see the images behind. You could do that. You could also use a different stencil, and you could just stencil with ink around the frame of the layer. So there's lots of options and lots of ways you can make your own cards. Now I'm using the sponges, but you could totally use if you have those brushes. The brushes will give you like a lighter finish. Taking a pic of my card. I can't wait to see Tamara. So these are the little daubers. I like to use them when I'm doing like little spaces. You can use the big ones. You can use those pouncer things. You can use whatever you have. Now, if you were at Alexis's class this morning, she did a whole bunch of different colors for the different parts of the umbrellas and the rain boots. I'm just going to use 2 colors. I'm just going to make it easy. Just so that you know, you don't have to go nuts and use a bunch of different colors and make it hard on yourself. But you totally can if you want. Okay, so there's the Luscious Lemon. Okay, so then we're going to take this layer off. And remember, we've got our Kraftin Kimmie etched at the bottom right here. So then we're going to take the other layer, and there's our Kraftin Kimmie, and we're going to line it up so that the ink that's already on that layer doesn't show, because the open areas are where you want to get your ink this time. Does that make sense? Okay, so we're going to use Blue Bay for this one. I love Blue Bay. I think it's like my favorite of the blues. But like I said, you could totally use your brushes, which would give you a softer feel. You could also, if you wanted, just in the corner of your card, you could do just one of the little umbrellas or one of the little pairs of rain boots. I'm glad you're excited, Mary Pat. It is. It's a really fun stencil. There's so many options for different stencils on the website in the Crafty Stencils section. Don't forget, you have until tonight at midnight to use your coupon code SPRING26 for 20% off anything regular priced on the website. So if you've seen stencils that you wanted to use, or maybe you need some ink colors or some stamp sets, you can order them tonight with the coupon code. Make sure you use the coupon code. And I also know that some of you, especially people in this group, in the journal group, are waiting for the new Journal Club bundle to come out. I can tell you that I will be revealing it to you on Tuesday night at our hangout. Tuesday night, I think it's favorite board games, favorite card games listing we're going to do at 7 p.m. Eastern time in the group on Tuesday night. And I will be revealing the whole bundle. It's a brand new stamp set and 1, 2, 3 different paper supplies from the same line to go with it. And we will, if you're part of the journal group already, the journal club, so that means you purchased the journal bundle last time, then you are first in line. You get first dibs on the number, whatever number of bundles I have for this collection. And I will post everybody's name in the group, and then you can let me know if you want to get it or not. And then if there are any spots left, I'll open it up for other people as well. Yes, so that's what I'm saying. If you're waiting for the journal bundle to come out, then I can ship your order if you place an order tonight, or if you've placed an order already this weekend, and I can ship it with your journal bundle as well. Bought the ATC set last night. Oh, yes, I saw that, Tamara. Woohoo! Yeah, okay, so here is, I'm going to take the, oh, isn't that cute? Oh, I love it. Okay, so again, like these are light colors so you can barely see them, but I would always suggest cleaning with your alcohol and a paper towel just to wipe them off so that when you go to use it next time, it doesn't mix with whatever color you're using. Isn't that cute? So that it's super easy to use. And so these are the different backgrounds I made with the stencil. Okay, so I thought it might be fun to cut out some of these and use them as ephemera. So if you're not a fussy cutter, you may not want to do this, but I kind of do. I was thinking, I really like this color combination, the Lucky Limeade and Blue Bay. So I might cut a couple of those out, maybe a couple of these, and then we'll just see what looks best. Or what I think looks best. Oh, there's too many options. I do like the Sandy Shores on this one as well. You bought yours last week. I can wait for it to arrive with a few other goodies. Yeah, the light colors. Loving everything this weekend. I'm so glad. Okay, we definitely need a boot. Actually, I'm going to cut these out like this so it's easier to maneuver. And you can cut right up to the ink color if you want, or you can leave a little border around. Oh, I'll zoom in a little bit. Not that I'm sure you're very interested in watching me Fussy cut, however. Yes, I love the soft colors in this collection from this weekend. Okay. So there's a boot. Oot and a boot. Who says that? Nobody says that. I don't know why they say Canadian stock like that. We do not. We say about like normal people. I love these little umbrellas. What's your favorite stamp set of the 3 that were part of the retreat bundle? FYI, for those who are not part of the retreat bundle or not part of the retreat, I can show you all 3 of the stamp sets that are going to be, we're going to have Crafty Peaks this week, and then they will be released at a live release party next Saturday. And I can't wait for you to see everything. Yes, please, please. Oh, what? All the... Yes, I can show you the stamps. So hard to say because they're all fantastic. Hi, Danielle. I think it's the chickens. You know, I don't know. I love the chickens, but I also love the other sets as well. I love the background stamp set. Alexis did, was it 2 cards yesterday featuring the new spring scenery stamp set, which I think is just so perfect on its own, but then also with, I mean, I can't wait to see somebody use it with the deer, one of the scenery stamps with the deer, or any of our other stamp sets as well. But yes, I will show them all to you. I should probably get new ones because mine are all inky, just to show you. So there's those ones. Hang on. Until you used it with the other sets. Yes, I like the chickens too, and the baby deer. I used the scenery stamp last night with one of the deer. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, hang on. I'm just going to grab the sets. So the stencil you can see that I just used. So that's the new It's Raining layering stencil. Then this is the scenery stamp set. And I can tell you right now, you're going to look at it and you're going to like, oh, that's nice. But until you see it used, it's incredible. It's gorgeous. Melanie did a watercoloring class with it yesterday. I can't wait to share her finished card with that you can see. She used a little deer with it as well. Alexis did 2 cards, one with each of these as the focal point. I used the stencil with teal and kind of a light purple. Ooh, I didn't like the way it turned out because it looked like winter umbrellas and winter boots. Yeah, I do think that, like purple and turquoise or whatever, I do think winter too. They can't be rated. I have used 2, need to do the scenery. I will be watching Melanie's class after this. Yes. After bingo. Yes. I sure appreciated what you can do with the scenery. Yes. Isn't that incredible? But hopefully we'll see some combinations with other stamps and these backgrounds as well. So that's the spring scenery stamp set. Okay, I'm ready for all the oohs and ahs. This is the new Dearly Loved stamp set. by Netta. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 deer. They all are a little bit different. This one has a little flower. This one has a crown with antlers. This one has antlers. There's a little baby bird. Hello. Then there are some clusters of flowers and grasses and some accessory stamps. I think I'm going to use these 2 accessory stamps today. And then the sentiments are to a dear friend. I'm so fond of you. Spring is when the flowers sing and you are dearly loved. Isn't that so cute? And then the other one I'm going to have to show you because I don't have it wrapped. I'm going to show it to you on this cardstock. It's called Cool Chicks. I love it. It's so cute. So we've got the little chick with the balloon. We have this adorable girl with her basket of flowers. We have the chick with the umbrella splashing in the puddles in the little rain boots. And then we have this joyful chick right here. And we have accessory stamps. There's like grass and flowers. And there is an Easter egg and a little broken egg, or any kind of egg, really. It could be a dinosaur egg. There's raindrops. There's the cloud. And then the sentiments are just chicken in, have an excellent day, happy bird day, and you're one cool chick. And I've already seen some of the cards that the designers have made using these sets, and they're going to knock your socks off. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, so there we go. Let's also cut out a couple of these because it depends how I'm doing it. Which ones I might want to use. So what do you think? Which one's your favorite? Which one grabs your eye if you haven't seen them before? The chicks, yeah. Love the deer. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I know. Too sweet. Too sweet. There's one boot. Let's see, let's do. Got to clear my space to play along. Yay. Sabrina, actually, she has, she doesn't have time for crafting right now. She is taking a break. I don't know if she will come back or not. This is actually the last stencil that I have. Sabrina used to do stencils for us. And, yeah, I haven't seen her in quite a while. Actually, she popped in on one of my lives. I think it was the Last Chance party, just to say hi, but I haven't seen her much. She's, hasn't been doing much, like, crafting and stuff lately, so. We all go through seasons, don't we? Tamara, I have cleaned up at least 4 times today, right? Yeah, right, Margie? Like, we called it spring scenery, but depending on how you color it, you could totally make it, you know, fall or summer or whatever. Okay. It's kind of hard to cut in the little handle. Okay. So I've got a couple. Anyway, but aren't these great? And you can use, like, you can cut up pieces of it and or use the whole thing. But I love the way these turned out, and I would love to see. Now these are just using the colors that went with the paper collection. So, but you can. I can't wait to see all the different combinations that you guys make with our inks. They'll go great with the critter sets. I know. Yeah, I love background stamps for that. So like this one with the kind of picket fence kind of thing, and the beautiful big foliage on the tree. This one is like rolling hills with little trees over here and a little bit of like bushes over here, or maybe far away trees there. Always bring your own sunshine, and a kind word is like a spring day are the sentiments here. I printed out my bingo card and it printed the entire 8.5 by 11. That's awesome. So you shouldn't miss any numbers then, huh? Okay, so let's see, what was I gonna do next? I think I want to, I kind of want to see where these are gonna go, and so I might use some of these somewhere. Oh no, that's upside down, Kim's. I'm like, why are my boots upside down? That is the right way, isn't it? Oh, goodness me. I do have, I colored up some of the chicks. Oh, wait, here we go. Sorry, just yell at me. You hope not. So I could use these somewhere. Also, I did, like I said, I stamped out a bunch of images. I started coloring a couple of them today, but I want to color this girl and this baby chick and the clouds, I think. So let's color those up, or I'm going to color those up. You can do whatever you like. And I thought, I just pulled out a few markers. Let's just say most of my Copic markers are in dire need of help. I thought we'll just do her an easy white chick hen, and then we'll do her yellow, and then I've pulled out a few other colors for little extra bits. Here's to Mary Pat. The umbrella stencil. We'll go with Puddle Pals. Exactly. And we also have another rain themed stencil. It's a single layer stencil called Rainy Day. So don't miss that either. Okay, I'm going to try to zoom in and see where we are. Again, I am not a colorist. I am not a star colorist. Let me maybe move this so it's easier. Let's start with this girl, and to make her white but not look one layer, you want to grab like a gray, like a very light gray. You can use N's or T's or C's or W's, whatever grays you happen to have. And I'm going to start with the darker one, and hang on. Where am I? I want to make sure I can see everything that you're telling me. Oh, and my stomach is going to start growling soon, so, you know. You can use, now I'm going to use Copic markers. You can use your Ohuhu markers. You can use like whatever alcohol markers you happen to have, or you can use pencils or watercolor, whatever's your preferred coloring medium. Did I lose myself? No, there I am. Okay. All right, so I'm going to use the darkest one, and it's not that dark, it's N3, but I wanted it to show up. So I'm just gonna start where I think some shadows might be, and I'm starting with the darkest one, which is N3. So behind their body on the back wing there, maybe a little bit from the bottom. that, and maybe a little bit around the bottom of this wing. And let's see, maybe over here a bit. I think that's it for the dark gray. And then this is the N1. So I'm just going to kind of bring it out a little bit. And this is probably all I'm going to do to make her kind of a white or off-white chick, hen, whatever you want to call her. She is a cool chick. Maybe a little outline, her little tail at the back. And then I always end up going and doing a little too much, but I think there needs to be a little bit around her chin or below her neck, something like that. Nothing too, you know, drastic, nothing too involved. Okay, so then I pulled out red for her little thing at the top. Hey, question. Isn't my daughter's laughing at me because I think Jason Statham is a hottie. I mean, he's an older hottie, but he's a hottie. The umbrella stencil will go with, yeah, I already read that. So I'm going to use R37 just to do this little thing at the top here. I love this. It's more of a berry red. That's why I really like it. The beak, I'm going to do Y21. I'm not going to do a lot of shading because, like I said, these are just little accents. You can't spell Jason Statham. Yeah, I don't know how to spell it. Statham. E-M? Is it E-M? So I'm going to use YR24 on her little feetsies, her little legs. She's so cute and joyful. I love that about her. Actually, I might do a little bit of gray behind her eyeballs here because I think they pop out. So just a little there. I'm going to make her eyes black. So I'm going to use one of my, just one of my black markers to color in her eyeballs. And then when they're dry, I'm going to add in a little dot with my white gel pen, which I know you guys have already used this weekend. So that's a little chickie. We'll cut her out. I do want to do some of a couple of the, what do you call them? Clouds. And I'm not going to put a lot on them. A little N3, a little N1. But like I said, if you've got C's or W's or T's, whatever you want to use. I know you can use, do I have a blender? Oh my gosh, if it isn't dry. I think it is dry. I have another one somewhere. What else do we wear? And my NO is dry. Perfect. Hang on. Yeah, I'm not going to dig for it. So that's how it's going to look. That's how my my cloud, that's what my cloud is going to look like. I know I have another blender somewhere. Oh, well. Oh, there we go. Let's see if it's dry. Nope. So it just makes it look a little softer. Looks like a stormy cloud. I don't know if you can see that. Nope. So there's some blending fluid that's on there now that makes it look a little softer. Okay, that looks like a stormy cloud to me. Hey, Kimmie, just say I'm okay with that. I have said that already once in here. It's a cloud that's ready to rain. I had to ask who he is. Oh, Jason Statham? Yeah. He's an action star. Okay, now I want to color this cutie up, but again, like I said, I'm not a big colorer, so we're just gonna do, I'm just gonna color him all one color, which is Y21. He just looks like a soft little fluffy chickadee. So cute. I mean, okay, now I did not try this on my, I did not try this before, but this is a little bit of E55, and I might just add it for, oh, and I missed the other arm. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of the E55 to add a little bit of shading. And then I'm going to do his beak in the same, just to make it different from the yellow. And his little legs are going to be YR24. There's only like a little dot that you can see. His little boots. Oh, his little boots. I think I'm going to do the little boots in the red. So this is R37. Because I love this bright red. I thought you were talking about Jason Statham for a second. I suppose he is soft and fluffy. I wouldn't say he's soft or fluffy. Okay, and then I thought I would do the umbrella in pink, so I've got RV11. Just really simple coloring, because I haven't done it in a long time, so... I don't even know if this is the right Copic paper for this, but that's what I'm using. That's what I stamped it on, so. And then we're going to add some dots to it with the gel pen, just like Patty did. Can you show which order? It doesn't matter which order. It doesn't matter which order, honey. Hang on. Where's my stencils? Let me find them. What did I do with them? Okay. It doesn't matter what order they go in, but what you want to do is line up the Kraftin Kimmie that's etched in the bottom left corner. So they will line up. You know, you just have to do one and then do the other, and just make sure, move it, adjust it little bits at a time, just so that none of the ink from the first layer is showing through the other layer. Does that make sense? Okay, wait, now I missed another one. Oh, yeah. Jason Momoa, yeah, he's kind of dirty though. I like clean men. But I do love his hair. Okay, anywho, so when you're placing it down, the ink from the first layer shouldn't show through. But yeah, always make sure that the Kraftin Kimmie Stamps etched is in the bottom left-hand corner, and they'll always line up right. Okay, and then I think for the, what do you call it? The handle, the thing that goes through the umbrella, the pole, and the handle, I'm just using the E55. But again, use whatever you have. Okay, and then I will color in his little eyeballs with the black, and we'll use the white gel pen to give him little pupils too. And then we have one more cloud. And one, the lighter one, and spread it out a bit. And then the blender pen to kind of make it look a little more scary. And one again. So it gives it like, it's not so stark, and it kind of blends in the edges better. So see how it looks stormy? Can you see that? It looks like a stormy cloud, which is what I'm going for. So I'm going to cut these out real quick. Do you guys have paper snips, like a favorite pair of sharp scissors that you use to do any fussy cutting? Of course, you can stamp your images up in advance and use like your scan and cut or your silhouette or whatever to cut them out, which I often do, but I find a lot of our stamps are so easy to cut out really quickly. Like they're small and they don't have a lot of detail. Like their edges are pretty fairly straightforward, so I don't mind fussy cutting these. It's just kind of boring and alive, but I wanted to color with you. And we haven't even gotten to the fun part, the journaling part. I also have a planner as well, and it has the months in it as well as the weeks, the week at a glance kind of thing. And so that always helps me with my daily journaling as well, because then I can, you know, just write things down kind of point form in my daily planner of, you know, if I have appointments or, you know, maybe things that happen. I keep track of what we eat for dinner every day, because if you're like me and my husband, we will say, when did we have that such and such that's in the fridge? Is it still okay to eat? You know, all the time. So then I can look back and go, yeah, that was only 3 days ago or whatever. Lots of things to keep journals of. I have a book journal as well that I love to use. Why did I not think of making those chicks white? I don't know. She's my little hen. I have seen some of the like the way that some of the design team members have already colored up their images, and like that's what I love about having such a diverse design team, because everybody does things differently, everybody thinks of things differently, and has a unique spin on things. And I've seen the chicks, this character as white or gray or rust colored, you know, the rust colored chickens. So just wait till you see the samples. Oh, I forgot to, oh, you know what? I'm not gonna cut out those splashes. I'm just gonna cut out the chick. So I'll just cut around it. So peaks will start on Wednesday. Oop. Is anybody coloring with me? Or are you just watching for later? Or you're like, Kim, I'm cutting, I'm stamping, I'm coloring. Please don't ask me to type to you. You're watching. Okay, Margie. Perfect. And when we like journal together, nobody ever does the exact same thing. Like everybody has their own spin on things. I really encourage people to like use up their stash. So, you know, everybody has different papers and different ways of laying things out. And I just love seeing everybody's different. The important thing is to journal and to, you know, get things down. Right, so, okay, and I have one more cloud. I'm actually walking on the treadmill while I'm watching. Yay! Good for you. But I wish that I was coloring along because this is so stinky cute. I had not thought of a white hen. That you can be sure of that. I will now. Both so I don't fall behind. Okay, one more. And I may not use everything, but I wanted to have a few options for the way we're going to decorate. There's also, you got lots of ephemera in your, for those that have the retreat bundle. You have lots of different options for ephemera if you wanted to use anything from your supply kit there. You can use, I know you probably have twine left from some of the classes, and there's gems as well. I'm trying this year not to put too many like 3D type things in my book, because I kind of, if you have a lot of pages or it's thick paper, sometimes it'll be, you know, a little too much, or your pages will rub against each other and then it might make a mark on your writing or whatever. So, okay, geez, now we've got the basics done. I was kind of thinking something like this. Something like that. Oh, where could we put we could put clouds like that. Something like that is what I'm thinking of. Or the blue. Something like that. Now you tell me. Tell me what? Now you tell me? Tell me what? What did I do? You're eating an ice cream drumstick. Tamara! No fair. Can you send one down the internet to me? I want to leave that out so I don't forget to use it. Okay, so what did I not tell you, Cheryl? I feel like I've done something wrong. I just love these guys. They're so stinking cute. So we're going to do Glimmers on this side and Currently on this side. So I try to do these, not to put 3D stuff. Okay. You know, I mean, my last book had tons of 3D stuff in it. I'm going to move these off because I like to work on them before I add them to my book so that if I mess something up, then I can always start again. So I'm thinking something like that. So let's put that aside again. And so Currently is for this side. And then I'm going to use the Crafty Alphabet and put Glimmers on this side. Now, one time I used the uppercase, another time I used the lowercase. So I used the lowercase in another, it was another journal, I think. What do you find in the candy aisles? Oh yeah, Tamara, what'd you get in the candy aisles when you took us with you? Nothing, it was all too expensive, but the next day I went and got chocolate covered almonds. Oh, I love chocolate covered almonds. Am I in close enough? Okay, so we're gonna do Glimmers on this side. I have my little, what do you call those? Acrylic blocks. Oh, I'm frozen. Now I know that's my laptop. My laptop is annoying and it freezes every once in a while. Okay, so I'm gonna stamp Glimmers here, and what color should I use? So it's gonna be on this side, so I kind of think either the blue or the green. I'm thinking Blue Bay, but then Blue Bay is up there. Maybe Lucky Limeade? Maybe Lucky Limeade. Let's, where's my swatch, my ink swatches? They were in here. Here they are. So this is like, if it makes you feel better, I'm doing all the 3D things. So this is Lucky Limeade. Yeah, that's, I don't know. That's too, I think that's too much. But I think Blue Bay, where is it? I think Blue Bay would be good. Yeah, let's do Blue Bay. Okay. So mossy green. There's green here. So if we did the green, we'd have to switch these out. No, I think I want to do... okay. Maybe I'll do green on this side for Currently. Yeah, I'm going to do Blue Bay on the left side. And a little tip, if you're stamping letters or any type of title or what have you, always do it wonky. Always do it wonky, because if you try to do it straight, it will never be perfectly straight unless you use a ruler, and I'm never going to do that. So I always make it wonky. So I think I'm going to use lowercase. Yeah. So I'm going to use Blue Bay. Okay. Now, where's my cleaner? I'm going to move my coffee because it's cold and I'm not going to drink it. Okay. Down by the bay, Where the watermelons grow. I don't know if I've used that letter yet, so I'm going to clean it. Okay, now another tip that I do is if I'm doing a title and I want it to make sure it fits, and say that's not there, I will start and go backwards and spell my word backwards just to make sure I have enough room. But we're going this way, so we're going to go G, L, L, M, N, L, I, M, M, E, R. Yes, I have to say it out loud. And S. Is that the right way up? I think that's upside down. Glimmers. Okay. So that's Glimmers and Blue Bay. Okay. And I'm thinking it's probably going to go like this or something like that. And the chick down here. Okay. Now, what I wanted to do was use, where's my stamp set? Here we go. I usually like to, when I'm doing a list, I like to use stamps as little bullet points. So we don't have really anything small enough in this set, but if you go to the deer set, we have this little flower and this little heart. So I am planning to use those two. So a heart and the little flower. So I'm going to clean those off because they have not been used yet. So I want to get the manufacturing slippery stuff off it. Okay. Okay, now we can finally write our lists. So we're going to do Glimmers first. All right, I have so many glimmers and I don't know that I will have enough room, but I will do my best. And I'm going to use, let's see, what pen am I going to use? I have lots of options. Do I want to use, this is my new favorite pen, but this one's a little thicker. But maybe no, I'm going to use my Cleana pen. It's C-L-E-N-A, Energel Cleana. And it's really good for not smearing, and I use it in my daily journal all the time. Okay, so let's see. What color inks should I use for the flower and the heart? So the heart, I want it to show up. So now I could do, okay, here's where you can give me some help. Should I do it in a colored ink, or should I stamp it in Wicked Black and then color it in? And then the flower or the floral leafy image, I could use the Lucky Limeade. It might take less time. It'll probably take less time if I just stamp with the colors. So why don't we do that? Okay. So I'm going to use mostly Melon and Lucky Limeade. So what's first on my list? The first thing, the first glimmer that I'm going to put down, nobody's listening anyway, is I'm going to use that little heart. And what I have loved and only just noticed the last few days when it was warmer, not now that it's cold again, but it's going to warm up again, so it's going to be again. Hearing the birds in the morning. I haven't heard them in so long, it seems like the spring birds. I don't want to use up too much room. Maybe I'll just leave it at, no. How many do I have? I have quite a few. Okay, let's just keep going. I was going to say singing in the morning, but just singing is fine. There's the little green floral image. You saw 2 robins, Cheryl. That's awesome. I don't think I've seen any robins yet, but I have heard the birds singing in the morning. Glimmers for my day. There's so many, and I find that the more you're looking for them, the more you will find them, and the more grateful you'll be. And that's what I love about doing glimmers. And my thing is, oh no, I thought it was frozen, but it's not. I love when Al has made me breakfast so many times in the last week, like before he's been getting up early for work and making breakfast. That just starts your day off perfectly. Okay, here's another heart. One of my favorite things is marking things off my to-do list. That is the best feeling ever. What's on your list? Let me hear what's on your glimmers list this month. I would love to hear. Carrie, my friend Carrie, you may have seen it in the photo that I shared I made an album for your photos of your beverages. And you may have seen that Carrie brought me back. And some of you have sent me, months ago, sent me photos of the new Harry Potter coffee creamers, because that combines 2 of my favorite things. Brought me back butter beer creamer from Target. Is anybody still there? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Are you playing along? What's the deal? Another heart. When my grandson wants to craft with me while watching hockey. That's fun. That's awesome. I have something with Brooks on my list too. Another one of I love finding, so there's this type of squash that I really love. That's my favorite. Like, not all squashes are made equally. And my favorite is buttercup squash. I think there's a more technical name for it. It's not butternut squash. It's buttercup squash. when I find that at the grocery store. Playing and thinking and listening. Listening and scrapping. Okay. Still here. It's looking great. Thanks, Danielle. What else? What else is on your list? I want to hear. Oh, we have, I love it when, some of you may know, Danielle knows because she's been here, we have some rather large fish tanks. And I love it when because like watching the fish tanks and listing the fish tanks is really calming. It's really, I enjoy it. It's, you know, at the end of the day kind of thing. It's very calming. But I love seeing new baby fish. Because, you know, they're fish. They don't last long. There's dead ones all the time. But seeing new baby fish in the tank is just, I love that. Okay. Another heart. What else? What else have you guys got on your list? Let me hear about your joyful moments, your things that bring you joy this week. This month, actually. Finding the perfect sticker for my journal. I love when I'm working in my journal because I like to decorate them as well while I'm writing things out. I don't want it just to be a bunch of my handwriting. But when I find the perfect sticker from my stash for my journal page, I love that. It is cool, Cheryl. Okay, we've got another. That could be a 3-leaf clover. It could be a flower or a 3-leaf clover. So yesterday we spent the afternoon and had dinner with Emily and Brooks over at my parents' house. And Brooks is so fun right now. Like he's going to be 2 in April. So he's like 22 months or something, 23 months. He'll be 23 months this month. Anyway, he's almost 2. And he is starting to put words together to make sentences and stuff. And my favorite thing is when Brooks says, Gigi, come. Gigi, come. And he wants me to go somewhere with him. I just want to cry. I just love that. Had a really nice chat session with my daughter. I love when she opens up it is such a glimmer, isn't it? Had to make lunch and thought I'd listen with headphones, but buffering happened. Oh no. I am supposed to journal doctor's orders. Yes! Join us, Cheryl. It's so much fun. What else do I have? Oh, this week, what was I? Yes, the little grandchild moments. This week I had a lovely lunch. With Mom and Dad at Boston Pizza. I love it when, like, I'm uptown and I'm running errands and then the phone rings in the car and Mom's like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm uptown. We are too. Do you want to meet for lunch? Okay. That's the best. Okay. What else? Oh, I love finding new. This week and last week, we've been finding new shows or series to watch on TV. Isn't it precious? You're going to have a blast with, yes, for sure. See, because Emily and Fraser just built a new house, and so they've just got the deck on, and they're going to get a gazebo and eventually a fence. And so we're hoping that the weather's going to be warm enough on his birthday's April 20th. So near to that date, whenever they decide to have the birthday party, that maybe we could have it inside and outside. So the kids can play outside. He loves like kicking a ball and stuff outside. He loves being outside. What else? Journal night is my favorite crafty night. That's awesome. I'm so glad. And then I'm going to also put on here, hanging out with crafty friends. Near or far, or near and far. There. So that's my Glimmers page. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, so that's gonna go like something like this. Maybe. Something like that. And then this side we're going to do currently. So where is my currently stamp set? Okay, now we've got our currently. Let's do the clouds like something like that. And then we'll find room to put currently, well, we'll arrange these over to the right probably. I need a bigger block. And I have to decide what color. Okay. Now I have used this before, but I'm still going to clean it just in case. Okay, now what green were you talking about? Where's my swatches? The mossy green. What's it called? Mossy Meadow. Do you think that? Yeah, I think you're right. I think Mossy Meadow is a good one. Maybe I'll get that color for the top. Mossy. But then I have to find different colors for my bullet points. Or no, I don't need bullet points for this one, do I? Duh. Okay, so I'm going to stamp, and yes, I'm standing up, so I'm probably yelling into the phone. Let's hope this, I want it to go right here. Okay, well, it's not perfect, but I'm okay with that, Danielle. Thanks very bad. I don't like the way that turned out. I'm going to do it again. And I can do that. Okay, let's try it again. And if it doesn't stamp perfectly, I'll just pick whichever one is the best. Whichever one comes out the best. There, that's a little bit better. It's a little cockeyed, but so am I. Okay. That's currently. And then I wanted to use, oh, here. So there's also a colon and a dash, so whichever one you want to use, or you don't have to use either. Oh, I'm yelling into the phone, aren't I? Sorry. Pulling a nice, clean, toasty, warm blanket from the dryer. Yes, that's awesome. There we go. Okay, now, what am I going to use? What colors? So you'll notice, oh, I gotta turn my page again. Here and here, I alternated different colors. So I'm going to pull out, let's see, which ones are gonna show up. So Bashful Blush would show up. Blue Bay. Ooh, the Sandy Shores. But you know what? I don't think that there's any brown, technically. And then the Mossy Meadow. I can try. I think Luscious Lemon's a little too light. Maybe Mostly Melon. Yeah, mostly. No. Yeah, Mostly Melon. I'm going to use those 4 colors. And we'll see what happens. Okay, so I already made a list. And I have my list in front of me. And so, again, you don't have to use, you could just use these as, prompts, as jumping off points. You don't have to use all of them. You can use a few of them. You can just write them. You don't need to stamp them. It's totally up to you. So, what's on my list? So first on my list, of course, is reading. And I love doing, like I know I've said this, but I love doing a currently list. And it, like I said, you don't have to make such a big deal of it. You can just write a list of things that are going on in your life right now. Because if you're like me, you'll forget. By next month, you'll forget. I was reading that? Oh, I read that? Oh, I went there? I totally forgot about that. Oh, was that then? You know what I mean? I say that a lot, don't I? You know what I mean? Okay, let's do Bashful Blush. I'm currently reading where's my pen? I am currently reading a book called it's a fantasy book called A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly. And I'm also reading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, full cast audio. What's everybody else reading? Next, I'm going to say celebrating. Let's do the blue. We'll do Blue Bay. Let me see if that stamps the way I want it to. Yep, not bad. Celebrating. A pair of, oh no, I've read them all many times. But I like to reread them, especially on audio, because I can do other things while I'm listening. And these are new audios that have just come out. They're full cast audios. So there's different people reading the different parts and narrating and everything. It's awesome. We are currently celebrating Mom and Dad's 58th wedding anniversary. which was on March 9th. We, let's see. Oh, there's so many. There's so many. I am planning. Where is planning? Right now, on my many lists of things to do. I do like to do to-do lists as well. We'll do mostly melon. I am planning the new journal club. Yay! It's gonna be so fun. Next, where's my list? I am thankful for, where are you? And we'll do the Mossy Meadow. That wasn't great. But I'm okay with that, Danielle. I'm okay with that. I'm thankful for Brooks's health, because right now he's healthy. I mean, he goes to daycare, so he's always got something, but he had a double ear infection and was really sick with that. Yes, new journal club bundle. I will be revealing it on Tuesday night at the next journal hangout, and you'll be able to grab it then if you are currently part of the current journal club. And then once everybody's grabbed theirs, that get first dibs. Journal night is always Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time here in the group. Cheryl, you can also click on the featured tab at the top of the group, and there's a post there that has all the upcoming journal nights. So we do it usually every Tuesday night, and then we do Glimmers and Currently one Sunday a month, and then I also do a calendar night once a month. Yay! Okay, thankful for. Next I have, what do I have? Listening to. That's something I don't always jot down. Okay. So I've got Bashful Blush again. You can also go to events and click on going and cross your fingers that Facebook will send you a reminder. Yeah, right? Listening to new Harry Styles. I love Harry Styles. I love his music. So I have been listening to that lately. Next I have working on so we can put, you know, like good things in our currently, but also sucky things too. And this one is a sucky thing. Working on, yes, a reminder. I knew what you meant. I am working on income tax. It's my least favorite part of this job. Okay. What else is on my list? Oh, drinking. Is that on here? Yes. I've been, the last little while, I have been, what color am I doing? I'm doing mostly melon. Cross your fingers is right. Yeah, sometimes you just have to remember. Or sometimes put a reminder in your phone. Like if you have an iPhone, you can put a reminder in there or set an alarm or whatever. I have been drinking hot water with lemon. Or honey sometimes. I am not loving. Where's that? Here we go. And we're going to do that in the green, the Mossy Meadow. That stamped better. Better yet, join us for calendar nights on the last Friday of the month and add it all to your calendar then. Great idea, Michelle. I am not loving the drastic changes in the weather. Oh, and I spelled it wrong. Forgot my H. Sunny, rainy, snowy, on and on. I don't like it. What else do I have? Going to, I mean, I've already been, but this month I was going to, what color? Nashville Blush. And I got ink on my fingers. I mean, I already went, but hubby's going shopping at Costco. Yes, that's how you remember to come hang out with us. Every Tuesday night. Going to Carrie's house. I went to Carrie's house for an amazing weekend of relaxation and visiting with my friend. And it was awesome. I am feeling... Where am I feeling? Where's my feelings? Where is it? Oh, down at the bottom. Here we go. I love this stamp set. This was one of, in case you didn't know, if you're not part of the group, this was one of the stamp sets that was part of one of our journal club bundles. So I'm feeling Blue Bay. Smearing ink on my fingers again. I am feeling so joyful and teary hearing Brooks talk. It's so sweet. It makes me, seriously, I was tearing up yesterday. Okay, do I have one more? Oh, watching. Watching. What have we been watching? I have room for one more. Where'd my block go? Where did my block go? Okay, why can't I see? Oh, that's because I cleaned it and left it there. Watching is going to be in mostly melon. So we just finished watching a show called Wayward. And we've been watching Harlan Coben series on Netflix. few different ones. Okay, let's get rid of our ink. Oops, there's a cloud. Missed that. I don't know what happened to my thing with all the inks in it. Oh well. Okay. Let's just move this over. I know everybody wants to hurry up and get to bingo, so I'm going to try to hurry. Okay, so now we can stick these down, and I'm going to use my tape. Long day, yes, very long day. Very long week, weekend, all that stuff. Oops. Okay. Try to be as quick as possible. Oh, I'm going to zoom out again. You took Monday off. Ooh, how nice. That's the best. You're watching Sweet Tooth. Oh, I've heard about that. I think I need to go out some more. Maybe. What else are you watching? I think we've watched every freaking Harlan Coben series, like the British ones, but there's a bunch on there that I would love to watch, but they're like in Spanish, so they're dubbed, and I cannot watch dubbed. I have no problem watching subtitles. In fact, I love to watch with subtitles so I don't miss anything, because sometimes people mumble, but I do not love dubbed, because if their mouth isn't moving like the same as the words, I don't like it. Glimmers. You're making beaded purse charms right now. That sounds awesome. Sweet Tooth is great. Must-watch series. Okay, see you, Margie. Okay. So I would love for you guys to join us on Tuesday night. So you can check the featured tab in the group. The list is there, so you can, what we're doing, what our schedule is. And if you see the lists in advance, then you can jot down some things ahead of time so that you can list live. Okay, I want to put my chicken down here. Are they, Lori? I'd love to see them. Send me a picture. Oh, I could smell that chicken in the slow cooker. Delicious. But we gotta have bingo first, don't we? Where are my tweezers? That's where that one's gonna go. I completed my Currently page, just need to fill it in. Awesome. Can't wait to see. go. We're going to put our little clouds here somewhere. Maybe like that. And see, it's like, I think it's awesome because within like, I mean, we did a lot more today than I would normally do, but you know, within a couple of hours, you've got these great lists and you've done some really awesome journaling. Know what I'm saying? There we go. Do you like it like that? I kind of like to make a little cluster, but I'm not sure if it looks right. What do you think? Thanks, Tamara. And then, of course, I will do my doodle, and I want to put the date. So what is it? March. Thanks, Cheryl. And I want to make sure that I put the date here. Now, do I have a dark enough ink? What did I use? I just wrote it in on one of them. Thanks, Marianne. I think I want to do something like that, but I want to make sure I put the date in here. Maybe I'll use this. No, I don't want to use the Sandy Shores. I'll use the Mossy Meadow and hope that it shows up well. Yeah, that looks like it. March or Mar. I'm just going to do 26. Is there a stamp you would recommend for the class? I already have currently. I would get the alphabet stamp set. If I had to choose one, I would get the alphabet stamp set, which is this one here. It's got uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and like the suffixes and stuff, and special characters. I also, this is the very first one that we released, and that's the calendar essentials. So it's got all the months, and then it has all the numbers from 1 to 31. So it's great for doing like a monthly calendar. So 26. No, I'm going to do them separately because $20 and $6. Here we go. Yay. Okay. I just have to glue on this little thing here that we made from our stencils. I was just looking at that. Good, great. Yep, and you can use your coupon on it too. Come on. There's tons in there, dude. Put there. And our umbrella from our stencil. Brand new stencil. Okay. There we go. Now, I also, if you're a journal clubber, you already know what I'm going to do next. Oh, I'm going to do that. That's going to be the finishing touch. I'm going to doodle around the frame. This is such an easy way to, oops, I just knocked the camera. This is such an easy way to make it look finished, I feel like. And so I always doodle around the frame of my, so if I message you a couple of items, can you hang on to it until you know? Absolutely. And you can place your order with the coupon code, tonight if you want to do that. And you're in Ontario, right, Cheryl? Because if you're in Ontario, then I can, you could just choose store pickup and then you won't get charged shipping again. And then, like when I get all your stuff together, we'll get it figured out if there's any difference in that. So here's doodling. This one I did like some dashes and some dots. And so sometimes I double doodle. So we'll just see. I think I want to do like, and that's the thing, you can doodle and it doesn't have to be straight. That's the whole point of doodling, is to make it look sketchy and funky. And you can do one layer, you can do two, but anybody can do doodling. And that's like so simple. And now it looks completed and finished. And I love it. But the last thing I want to do is that coloring that we did on the little chickies. I just want to give them a little white dot in their eyes. And now they look like they have so much personality. Just like that. And I can also put dots on my umbrella. There. And I like to do those things last. Your doodles look like static. I always like to do those things last so that I don't smear them and I can just let them dry. But can you see the dots on the umbrella? And you could also, if you wanted, you could put glossy accents on his little boots or on their eyes or on the umbrella. Totally up to you. So that was our Currently and Journal Hangout. We do this once a month, usually on the middle Sunday of the month. But like I said, we always have a schedule posted so you can see what's coming up. But like Michelle said, at the last Friday of every month, we get together and I do the calendar for the next month. So whatever the last Friday is in March, we'll get together and do the April schedule because I'm doing my 12 by 12 calendar for April, and then you'll get to see what's coming up, or you can help me come up with some ideas for journal nights, and you can join us and have fun. Yay! thanks so much for hanging out with me, you guys. I hope you had as much fun as I did, and I would love to see your designs. So you can post them here in this group. You can post, if you're a part of the retreat, you can post them in my photo folder in the retreat group. Next week, once we start showing sneak peeks of the new stamp sets, the deer, the spring scenery, the chicks, and the stencil, you can start posting them in the Crafty Friends group. And also, if you join us and you do any of our journal pages and you use Kraftin Kimmie Stamps, whether it's our stamps, our inks, our stencils, you can also enter them in our monthly challenge for, you know, whatever the themes might be, but especially for anything but a card, because you're doing journal pages or scrapbook pages or whatever you want to do. So yay! Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. I know I went a little long, but I hope you had fun, and I hope you enjoyed a little bit of journaling, and maybe you will join us on Tuesday night or an upcoming Tuesday night. Don't forget to use your coupon code tonight before midnight. I think that's it. I hope you had a great time at the retreat this weekend, and yeah. Oh, thanks, you guys. You're so sweet. Okay, so give me 5 minutes and I'll be live over in the retreat group and we'll play bingo. Okay? So I'll see you over there in about 5 minutes. Thanks. Love you. Bye.